Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Neremik. Welcome back to more of Animal Crossing. Let's go to the city and the city folk. It is currently July 37th. No, it's not 37th. 23rd. Look, it's late at night. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, so I may be fumbling my words, but that's fine. It's part of the charm. Now, hopefully, we're all doing good. I know I am. If you didn't tune in last episode, I'll give you a hint as to what it led towards, because it's currently in our hand. It is the golden watering can. And as promised, I've returned to have a look on how my hybrid garden is doing, see if it's had any fruitful results or if it's crashed and burned. But before we get into that, I've got a sneak peek of it in the top left for a second there. How is our mail looking? It's a single Happy Room Academy note that we're going to ignore. Now, some of you may like the title of this one, because the music should be beginning to fade out now. If you look at the clock, you'll see it's about 11:59, which means in a few seconds, it's going to be midnight. And I've mentioned possibly doing this video before, kind of flaked on the title or whatnot, but nah, it's midnight. We're getting up to some hectic activities, some would even say mischievous ones. So I figured, you know what, we've already referenced certain YouTubers as Animal Crossing skits enough in this series, let's just nick a whole title. So yeah, in about 30 or so seconds, we're going to be causing some mayhem at midnight. And it's not going to be the well put together video that I'm referencing. It's going to be a gameplay one I'm filming directly before I go to London in the morning. Yeah, no, I have to get a train at like 11:30. Very clever, I know. I'm going down for a few days, and I'm watching a concert on the 27th. So yeah, a few days, but it'll be a nice getaway. I'm pre-recording a lot of stuff, and this is just so happens to be the last thing I've recorded. Granted, I've held back the temptation to actually say I'm recording a bunch of stuff in a row. This is the only video I've mentioned it to my knowledge. Also, just as a general thing, these patterns can now get picked up as they serve no purpose other than just to tell me where my acres are, which we don't really need. So, well, we can do away with them. And now it's officially midnight, so let the mischief or lack thereof begin. First things first, okay, Lily of the Valley's still going strong, that one less so, and I know I said I didn't want to particularly maintain the perfect town for long, but at the very least I kind of want to keep these flowers alive if I can, because I think having them dotted around is nice. Granted, I know that'll increase my commitment to play, but hey, you guys seem to enjoy this series, so where's the downside? But first and foremost, how are you doing, Butch? So hey, you weren't terrified of me? Well, good, I go about Butch. I moved into this town to make a fresh start. It's all pretty new to me, I'm not used to folks just coming up and talking to me all friendly like. But yeah, pleasure to make your acquaintance and all that good stuff, Ralph. I swear you've been here months, is that genuinely the first time I've spoken to you? Because if so, yikes. We should have a new villager as well, which has been around a while, but I think, is it Kiki? I don't know how it displays them, I think Kiki might be new. Just because we had, Daisy move out last episode if memory serves, so obviously interesting things there. Now unfortunately it doesn't seem as though our little sly plan worked, tragically. It doesn't seem as though our hybrids from last episode have particularly come through, which is kind of a shame, kind of expected, but nothing to stop us trying again and, continuing on with our mischief. I want these hybrids, I've got the can, I've got the street cred to be able to do them. We'll even check in on the ones that were near Town Hall. Yeah, second time might be the charm, it might not be. How are we supposed to know? Unless we just keep ramming our head at a wall until we find out. God. Yeah, no, originally I was going to record Persona 5 today, because obviously this has been recorded a little bit ago, and then I kind of went on with a friend, because I don't really get the chance to do that all too often. Here if I am, the call's crowded, and you know how it is, you can't get a word in. But no, I was figured, a friend wanted to go on, and it's like, you know what, yeah, I'm going away tomorrow, may as well. May as well. Not to be completely incommunicatable, but it's like, London's a different part of the country. God knows if I'll make it alive with all my organs intact. It's a running joke, by the way. I don't think I'm in any serious medical danger on this trip. It's just me being weird for the sake of it. Anyway, God, what are those guys? Then we move on to watering these guys. But it's worth it. Again, I just think getting blue roses and stuff, and then intermittently kind of trying to build up our repertoire, I think it'd be nice. Even just not as that, just the credentials of having done that are kind of cool to me. So, I'll take it. And of course, gonna move on to these guys, can't be hasty, and it's like, we could have bought so many wilted flowers in this time, but instead, at midnight, I have a train to catch at 11:30, and I'm watering flowers. As you do. Although, we have just hit upon the jackpot for these patterns. Oh god, I'm so happy I can tie these guys up. It's like, not that I hate them, it's just the fact that the place will look a lot nicer without them. In the kindest way possible. And yeah, no, let's go tearing this shit up, because honestly, these guys have been around a while, so to see the town without them, it'd almost feel odd if for the fact that, you know, I didn't completely detest them. So it's kind of like, there's no downside to this. I maybe feel odd for a single episode before I go back to realising, oh yeah, no, this town does look better when it's not covered in, you know, blank notepad patterns, marking out every 16 or so blocks, usually less. As you do, you know, as you do. And nab this one in the corner, which doesn't it look so much nicer? Like, we could do so much more with patterns than just doing this. Maybe one day we actually should. Like, I'm keeping the wrestling arena from the single time I used Wiimmify to go online, but yeah, no. It's like, we can do a lot more with patterns, and, you know, to be frank, I just don't like these guys, so, you know, maybe better luck next time, I guess. This pattern, maybe you'll get used in a way which doesn't, you know, irreparably annoy me. And that'd be a good start, wouldn't it? Get in the good books early. And now, of course, more wilted flowers, you know what that means. It's like, I don't know why I'm in upkeep mode, but I just feel so upkeeping this appearance of the town for a while. It's nice, it makes me feel accomplished, you know, gives me something to do. You know, lets me vibe without having to constantly go in and out of buildings. You're trying to do, like, money or check things. I can just chill, vibe, come back in the next episode, these guys should still be alive, and that's reward enough for me. Now let's pick up these two, and tempts me. It's like, I want to go do the fountain, you know, see if we get our perfect, perfect golden axe, you know, another one off the list, even though I'm not particularly going for a full set. Yeah. Let's see, is that everything? I think that's everything. Although, I don't recognize this guy on the tree. I don't have a net. I should really re-equip my tools by the end of this episode now I think about it. Just as a general thing. Because, at least at the time being, I'm not thinking of going for a full set, but that's definitely subject to change. A, depending on how much I want to continue playing the series, and B, how much you guys want to see me continue playing the series. No, that does hinge entirely on how much I want to keep playing. Because I think I've said this, the series was never popular when it first began, so I think its continuation being based upon people's enjoyment of it in the present time, that doesn't sit right with me. So yeah, no, depends if I still want to keep going. If I do, and that's a way to continue it, you know, granted 100%ing the game bar catalogue would be quite nice, so it's not off the table, it's just not something I'm looking at doing now. Although I'm aware that's one of those, the sooner you start, the sooner you get it done things, so, yeah. Anyway, gotta tell you, the sooner we started this fountain thing, I don't think it would have helped us in when we get a silver or gold axe, but hey, you know, gotta be an idiot if you're not trying. So, this is that first bit of text. Did you throw a gold axe in here, or maybe a silver axe? I'm gonna risk it and say a silver axe. Ahahaha, you were so busted. You can't throw the silver axes in here. I guess I'll just have to confiscate this axe. Bye-bye now. Expected, but still kind of stings. Stuck my neck out. I know there's a chance she will give you a silver axe, but oh well. We tried, it failed. All's well that ends well, mostly. And the town goes back to looking a tiny bit more normal, with each and every one of these damn things I tear up from their place. And God, it fulfills me. Has it ever dawned on you that we've never changed the town flag? I'm just gonna take a screenshot of that and save it, because that's kind of interesting to me. Oh shit, yeah, no, we were meant to have this episode be the going through the, photos episode, weren't we? That's just gonna keep getting put off perpetually, forever, but like, I don't know if that's like a really funny running joke or one that's gonna drive you up mental. Maybe next episode. Or maybe when I can't be bothered to actually turn on my capture card. Like, that would have been so easy. You know, night before I just record me reacting to stuff I did in the past in a folder. Like, that's bare minimum content. I didn't even have to turn on my Wii U today if I just didn't want. The content was there, but I went out of my way to make it for you guys anyway. God, if that doesn't earn me Content Creator of the Year at the Streamies, I don't know what is. The things I do for you guys, am I right? Now, you know what? We'll speak to another villager. May as well. We ran into you after all. How are you doing? Whoa, oh my gosh, like, what's with the sudden appearance? You're like one of those magicians who appears in a big poofy cloud of smoke or whatever. Oh, and, long time no see. We haven't seen each other in forever, so that's how we should greet each other. I don't know how long forever is, but I know that it has been a hot minute since I have spoke to her. Which is like, I feel bad. A little bit bad, you know? But at the same time, I had a job to do. My people needed me. They did not. They really did not. Although, one thing I did have a job to do, keep those damn hybrids alive. outside the front of Town Hall. You know, we accidentally made some during our town maintenance, and they are, they're both still here. I'll give them that much. They are both still here. Granted, I'm actually gonna, I know this is kind of stupid, I'm gonna try and make more here. It's like, here seems to be the winning spot, so let's, well, let's keep it up, I suppose. So it's, let's water you, I think that counts. And then you, and I'm also gonna water the pink one, purely because that might get spicy, I don't know. But I'll water you, and then of course we water you guys, and we come back next episode. Actually, oh, if we remove this pattern, they'll have more places to grow as well. Loving that dearly. And come on, well, I didn't mean to, do I need to rewater that one now? I probably do. Also, the benefit of having flowers everywhere is that it encouraged me not to run in certain areas, which is like, is that something that really needs incentivizing? For me, yes it is. For me, it absolutely is. So I will take whatever man-made incentive I can get if it means I just stop trampling every flower that crosses my path. Well, not everyone, but you know what I mean. Also, having flowers has the added benefit of drawing butterflies, so we actually do get some sort of a benefit from that, which I like. That guy itself for a while, or look nice in the museum. Although, granted, I think he already is in the museum. You know, it's the thought that counts. You know, those guys in New Leaf sell for about 3,000 apiece, I think, and they're quite easy to come by on the island. Like, I know a lot of guides encourage you to remove the only flowers you get on the island, to increase the, like, rich bug spawns, but honestly, keeping them on there, well, if you were the, like, less expensive mobs spawn, I found that, yeah, no, having those guys spawn kind of evened that out. Severely expedited things as well. Anyway, God, you know, considering all the episodes it took for us to put these patterns down, we're really proficient in removing them in just a single episode. Not that I'll complain, get these fucking things gone. It's like, you know what I mean? It's just, I just want them gone. Like every time I pick them up, it just, they're jarring, and when I pick them up, I just think, yeah, this looks way better. Like, I don't even think it's going to be jarring without them, honestly. It's more jarring with them. It's like, before I can justify their existence, but now I've got the gold to can, do we even need to hit Perfect Town again? Absolutely not. Zero. Nada. Only thing I'd be interested in hitting it again for, and granted this is just the flowers, so I don't think we need to meticulously plot it out as we did here, would be get gold roses, make a fuck ton of them, and then, you know, plant the required amount in each zone, and they don't even need maintaining. They just live forever, so it's like, well, permanent perfect town, as long as they don't go trampling them. Which is like, I'm cool with that. You know, I'm sure the game would be quite happy with me, as I get Lily of the Valleys and stuff too, so it's like, that's my only real, ever intent to go for perfect town again. Because it's like, it's kind of just done now, you know? And I like that fact. I like that fact. It's a nice, delicious, savoury treat at the end of this road that it is over. And that's kind of my reward for stumbling through it, if that makes sense. The reward is the fact that it's done. And I also have a cool watering can, which I previously thought allowed me to create hybrids, but it turns out that no, I could have just used the silver can, but yeah. Like, this thing better allow me to create hybrids. It seems the only success I've had is with the silver can, which I've had for, God, how many years of this series now? Too many? So like, if it turns out the silver can's the only one that can make hybrids, expect me to go hands flying at a developer. Like, actually, do you reckon the people who like worked on this game specifically are still at Nintendo? Interesting thought to see what else they may have contributed, especially if they're like a gameplay lead or something. Did they go on to create greater things, seeking new horizons at different companies, or did they stick around? And if so, what for? It's like an interesting thought like that. Well, usually I wouldn't have it about a game where it's like, I wonder what the people who made this went on to work on, but when you care about it a whole lot, it's like, then it's kind of like, okay, yeah, what did they go on to do? Because I've got the same thoughts with like Sonic Unleashed, for example. I know a load of people that worked on that game were kind of gobbled up by Nintendo to go work on Mario Odyssey, and like it's kind of evident, you know, the kind of globetrotting theme and whatnot. It's kind of there, and it's like you can look at it and go, okay, you know, this has the DNA of it of something they made previously that arguably got them scouted. It's like, I do kind of find that funny though. If a load of people were scouted because of Sonic Unleashed, I find it really funny that Nintendo of all companies was the one to see that talent, and none of the gaming like journalism at the time was like, yeah, this game's all made. It's like it took Nintendo going, yeah, you guys are good, here's a job, for their talents to actually be realised. Which is like fair enough, it just, you know, their talents weren't realised early enough, so they got gobbled up by the competition. Then again, I suppose they're on a very nice paycheck over there. But it's like, I don't know, I think I've said this before, Unleashed is my favourite Sonic game, so it's very much like, if I can have those guys back to work on another one, I wouldn't complain. I'm sure their talents to be a lot more appreciated now. Although, you can't knock current Sonic team too much either, they're doing a standout job as well. Now, without further ado, so water the 2 plants, and then I'm going to speak to you. Well, it seems you want to speak to me first. What you got? Hey Daniel, you're a Virgo, right? This fortune teller on TV was telling me that my Yorkie item today is some mosaic tile, and guess what? I just happen to have a new mosaic tile at home that I brought. How does no? It is a lucky mosaic tile, but no thanks. Think I believe in astrology? Do I look crazy to you? Nah. Nothing about me would ever scream crazy. Just ignore the upload counter on this channel that reads 1,800 as of today, I think. Just ignore that part, and nothing about me really screams crazy. Although that is an insane number, you know, the idea that watching all my videos in a row takes like 6 weeks is somehow mind-blowingly concerning and also really funny to me. You know? It's like the double-edged sword of, this is really funny. However, you're going to see the intake before the however, but it's like, yes, this is cool and all, and very, very hee-hee-ha-ha, but what the hell are you thinking? Oh, right, well, that guy would have sold for a bunch of money, as would they. Yeah, I forget how profitable this shoreline would be if I ever actually wanted to hunt for bugs here. I mean, again, if it ever goes on the cards that, you know, I do want to go for a complete museum, we at least got that set up, which is, like, I'd argue important, because we extended it all the way along to the perfect town, which is, like, inadvertently going to save us a whole load of time down the road. If. It's a big old if. If we were to ever go for that. Yeah, I thought there was one of you in the corner, and I think that's everything, actually. Oh! Haven't fallen into a pitfall for like 50 episodes. Probably an over-exaggeration, but still. God, and that gets me there. The humanity. But yeah, there wasn't any hiding behind here, so I'm quite satisfied with our cleanup job today. So you know what? 17 minutes into the episode, a little later than usual. We're gonna go pay Bruce a visit because, well, I want to. And I mean, it's tradition. I mentioned this last time, but like, God, I think over 90% of episodes, it's just me putting it out there without any estimate. I think 90% of episodes, if not higher by now, feature me going to the roost in some capacity. Because this is episode 182, I think? So you gotta think, 90% of that would be about 182 minus 18 is, I'm doing this live, 174, about 164 episodes, if 90% of the series was me in the roost. 164, 163-ish, or 5. Yeah, 163 to 165 episodes. Interested to see how that stacks up to the actual figure, but actually finding that out would be a nightmare. It's like I'd literally have to run the entire series through an AI and just have it detect, I suppose, that, like, you know, like a corner of the frame when the roost originally loads in. But that's feeding that thing like a week's worth of footage. Like I know I mentioned, you know, the whole channel runs for like, what, a month and a half. But like Animal Crossing in and of itself is kind of hefty too. Like, not that that's a complaint, it's just, sifting through all that footage to find every instance of me going into somewhere for all of, like, what would probably be about 30 seconds on average per episode, probably isn't going to be all that easy. But the one easy thing that we can do is actually just find out how long the playlist actually is. Yeah, so if we search YT playlist length while I just kind of wander aimlessly trying to look like I'm doing something. Yeah, no, playlist length. Yes. And then we just click on you, and then we find the thing. I'm good at my job, I swear. I'm definitely multitasking here. Have we not really run into another single white pattern? I could have sworn there was more. Now, if we just copy this across. Hi, Octavian. You're going to complain at me being away for a while, but I don't mind. Whoa. Oh, it's you, Childy. Do me a favour. From now on, try not to give me a heart attack when you say hi. What is it with those two? They're at each other's throats every hour of the day, the dude. Oh, sorry, I should explain. Punchy and Butch have been at it like cats and dogs. I wish I could have just thrown them in a pit somewhere and let them slug it out until they feel better. See, that's funny, because I think that can happen with anyone, but specifically Punchy and Butch are a cat and a dog. So that's kind of funny to me. Anyway, while Octavian was speaking, I got me a thing. threw our little Animal Crossing playlist into thing. Mind, this is being recorded before the episode before this one goes live, so add about 40 minutes onto this realistically, 45. But the current playlist length for Animal Crossing City Folk on the Neremik YouTube channel, this is just this series, this isn't any other Erroneous videos I've done either live or part of the older series. It is 2 days, 22 hours, 11 minutes and 4 seconds, which is insane. Because it lays out every single video in said playlist and it gives you the option to watch them as well. And I really like the fact that we've pretty much stuck for like 24-minute episodes since the beginning. There was a few like 27 ones and a few 30-minute ones, but after a while we like just settled in and it's like, no, 24 minutes, it works. Except episode 23, where for some reason, no, 21 even, I just decided, yeah, 47 minutes is normal, people will watch this. Sometimes I can't explain my actions, I can only look at them and go, yeah, that did happen. Although I don't understand why... 1 second, right, this thing's telling me that we're 2 episodes off at some point. Never mind, I understand why. So, you guys don't know this? You probably do. If you're really attentive to this, then you may. Final little thing for the episode while I'll go walk back. Meandering. Whatever episode number this episode is not the actual number of episodes in the series, which might sound like a bit like, what do you mean? Yeah, no, there is 3 episodes extra compared to what the current episode number is, and I can tell you every single one of them, which is kind of cool, because it's like, well, I didn't think I could do that, but apparently I can. So, for those of you interested, we have 2 episode 5s. We have Nostalgia Fest, and then we have Here We Go Again. I don't know why I misnumbered them as episode 5, but both of them are episode 5, and it's very difficult to remember Here We Go Again because, you know, I have to update every single episode's thumbnail and the title. So that's a hell. And then something else in the playlist, if you go down literally, the 17th video in the playlist is a New Year's livestream, which is 9 minutes long. Which is like, yeah, that one's there. It's not a real episode, but it technically is. So it's one of those. And then the third one, these were all at the very beginning, if you haven't noticed. There was another failed live stream, which didn't really do much, but again, it's part of the thing, so we technically do some stuff in it. And that's the 24th video on the playlist, which means that technically we are 3 episodes off, but 1 actual episode off as 2 of them are live. It was interesting to share with you guys. And I did share... Yeah, I saved that. I think that's everything for now. Yeah, I need to get this exported, pack my bag and whatnot for tomorrow, but, yeah, that's it for now. Get this exporting and, yeah, pretty much wrap up for the day. So if you have enjoyed, feel free to like, and subscribe. It does all help out a bunch. It lets me know that you want to see more of this and all that good stuff. But until next time, all said, and all that aside, thanks for watching, guys. My name's been Neremik. Hopefully, the mayhem at midnight was most hectic. And peace out.